My name is Luis Feliciano. I'm 23 years old. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I'll be making my pro debut February 17th, and I just recently signed with Golden Boy Promotions. Golden Boy is obviously one of the most biggest and most successful promotional companies in the world. I think that it's a great platform for me, especially now that they signed with ESPN. They signed a multi-year deal. I think it's gonna be a great fit for me. I'm very excited to represent the Golden Boy banner. My family's from Utuado, Puerto Rico. We're from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's where they currently live, but most of my family is in the island. My parents come from big families. My mom had 12 brothers and sisters. My dad had 8 brothers and sisters. I only have one sister, so it's just me and her. Her name is Julissa. Growing up, it's Milwaukee's northeast side. And it was pretty difficult at first. Now it's kind of calmed down a little bit, but that's why I thank boxing, because boxing kind of kept me out of trouble, kept me out of the streets. No, Milwaukee's a great city. I love Milwaukee. I always represent Milwaukee. The people have shown nothing but support, and even now that as I'm going to start my professional career, they know that I'll be representing Milwaukee. I was 3 years old when I kind of fell in love with the sport. My dad was a big fan, and I used to look up a lot to Felix Tito Trinidad. I used to watch his fights when I was little. And then I finally told my dad, I was 7 years old, and I told him, hey, I want to start boxing. I want to go to a boxing gym. And ever since that moment, I've been boxing. It wasn't until I probably got into high school, so I was probably around 14 years old, is when I decided that I wanted to take this more seriously. And that's when I started winning national championships. That's when I started becoming more successful. And I think that's the moment that I knew that boxing was for me. I'd say that boxing definitely helped me maintain focus on my goals, just on what I want to become in the future. It kept me out of trouble. It helped me maintain disciplined, determined, and obviously, you know, because in this sport you have to sacrifice many things. So I would say that that's definitely something that boxing taught me at a very young age. I had just under 150 amateur fights. I was about 145-20. That was my amateur record. 5-time national champion. I made several national teams. I fought in 2 Olympic trials. I'd say winning the 2015 U.S. National Championships, I think that showed a lot about my character, my perseverance. Before that, I just recently came back from a big injury. I completely tore my subcap and my shoulder in sparring. This was in 2013. It took me a year to come back. I went through a lot of trials and tribulations, and just the whole process of coming back, whether I wanted to come back, because I was still in college, so I was still in school, and I was dealing with all that. And I told myself that I would come back stronger than ever. I worked hard, and I put all my time into, you know, coming back and recovering. And in 2015, winning that, I think it says a lot about my character and how bad I wanted this. I connected with Ben through my manager, Rafael Heredia. Ben Lira has been in the game for over 50 years, so he's been around world champions, and he knows what it takes. He's a very recognizable guy, especially here in Southern California. He's a man full of wisdom, and I'm very, very excited to be under his wing. I know that he's very excited for me. We've been learning a lot. We've been working together. We have a great chemistry together. I'm just starting my professional career, so obviously he gives me the advice, and he's a great teacher. He's a great mentor, and this is not just in the ring, but also outside the ring. How to conduct yourself like a professional, how to train like a professional, and all that stuff. So I'd say our chemistry is great. Training in Big Bear has been great. Obviously, being surrounded by many world champions and top prospects, getting great work, training aside them, they kind of show you what it really takes to be successful in this sport. I've had the privilege to work and spar with fighters like Denis Shavakov, Ryan Martin, Alex Saucedo, just recently Maurice Booker. Those guys, these are top prospects, you know, these are undefeated fighters. Working alongside them, it's shown me a lot, it's taught me a lot, just how the professional level works, how to conduct and behave and train like a champion. The training is more intense because you're preparing your body for war. It's not just 3 rounds now. Well, we sat down obviously with my manager, my coach, and we felt that we were ready for 6 rounds. 4 rounds, 3 rounds, used to being in the amateurs, it's just one round after that. So I don't think it'll be an issue. 6 rounds is 6 rounds. We'll be ready. Well, on February 17th, the only thing I could say is that I'll be ready. I'll be prepared. I've been waiting years for this moment. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Just know that I'll be ready. Whoever it is, whoever I'm fighting, I'll be ready to impress and give it my all. Fight fans, make sure to tune in on February 17th, LA Fight Club at the Belasco Theater. I'll be making my pro debut, and don't miss it. I'm gonna showcase and show the world what I got.